go to the British Champs, and as you can probably tell from the clip you just saw, it has been a freaking hard week. Yeah, there's been grinding all over the place. I think it's kind of like an accumulation of two things. Firstly, I've had a pretty hard week at work, I've had a lot of things going on, and I've been getting tired in the evenings, and I think the biggest factor is that the last few weeks with body power and then with going away, training's been a bit disturbed, and this is the first week where I've been kind of doing every session, like with the bench. I had my 3 sessions, so yeah, that kind of hit me hard. And then finally with my squats, even though my training has been interrupted, I pretty much squatted the whole way through. That hasn't really kind of been affected, and so yeah, this week my squats have felt like really bad. Like I've just felt so, my CNS has felt so kind of dull and like unresponsive. I went to the gym on Friday to do my regular 5 sets of 3 session, literally started warming up, and I just thought this is pointless. Like everything felt really, really heavy, and I very, very rarely do this, but I just kind of thought it's going to be counterproductive. Like just trying to get anything in, it's just going to, you know, there's a risk of injury. I'm not going to get anything out of it, so I figured I literally warmed up, put my stuff away, got in the car and went home, and I'm going to save it for the squat session next week. Next week is a very big week. I've got my meet in 2 weeks, so obviously the British Champs are in October, but I've got a kind of a competition in 2 weeks that's going to kind of just give me a chance to get something out there and kind of hopefully set some big or some massive competition PRs. And because of that, in 2 weeks I've got this week coming up, which will be a normal heavy week, try and get some really good sessions in, touch wood, and then the following week will be a nice deload to get ready for the comp so that I am flying. So obviously in the run up to that, I'll make a couple of videos talking about my openers and my plan and, you know, food and all that kind of crap, but for the moment that's pretty much that. So like I said, if you like horrendously uncomfortable, technically poor, and just generally ugly powerlifting, then you're going to like this. And here we go. So, just said it then, I'll say it again, this was a freaking hard week. There was more grinding in this week than I've done in a long, long time, particularly with my squats. Squats have been flying up. This week, I've just felt I don't know, like I said, mainly kind of my CNS just feel really, really unresponsive and a little bit pathetic. Anyway, here is the first session of the week. So the plan was 5 sets of 5 at 210 kilos, 463 pounds, and it wasn't too bad. I ended up getting 5, 5, 4, and 3, 3. So not a million miles of what I wanted. To be honest, if I'd got 5 sets of 5, it would have been pretty crazy, because this is very, very quick progression. It's starting to get in, like, approaching 500 pounds, which obviously for 5 sets of 5 would be like insane. So here's the first set. Here is where I got 5. At this point I was kind of thinking, I mean, to be honest, it felt quite good. I felt like I potentially had 5 sets there. The second set I got 5 again. Third set I got 4, and the fourth one was a big grind. I didn't want to risk it. I put it back, and then I just thought I'll be sensible and I'll do the last 2 sets as 3s. This is the last set of those. So this is my 5th and final set. This is a set of 3, and you see here, I mean, it's not too bad for a set of 3 reps. Bearing in mind it's my 5th set. I mean, that isn't, it's a grind, but it's not a massive grind. Like, I probably could have got that for 5 there. So overall, I'm happy with that. That's not too far off 5 sets of 5. Next week, I'll go for that again, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get it for all 5 sets of 5. Right, this is the first bench press session of the week. So the session was 4 sets of 5, 135 kilos, 298 pounds, and spoiler alert, I got them. So if you're unfamiliar with my bench press setup, I'll do a session with touch and go, and then I'll try it again with a pause. It's kind of like a way of progressing, like keeping the progression realistic. So here I was doing it with a pause, and yeah, I got them, and I'm very, very pleased. This is another bench press PR, and this is a really, really good one, because prior to moving to this gym, I was trying this session with 130 and a bit. I think I was trying this with about 11 pounds less. And I just couldn't get it. I tried it so many, I must have tried it 5 or 6 times and never got past 2 sets. So I did that a week before, I think last week, and then I've tried it again heavier here, and I got it again and didn't feel too bad. So I'm very, very happy with that. My bench press, like I said, it's pretty bizarre. Like when I tested, that was the one that I didn't get, and of the 3 lifts, I kind of thought that was the one where I was kind of most likely to get a PR, because in terms of my sessions, the bench has been absolutely flying up. I'm very confident there is definitely a PR there. I think I just kind of messed it up in that testing session, to be fair. So I know there's one there, and I'm almost certainly going to wait for a competition. There is an outside chance I might try and test before then, but obviously time is kind of running out, so it's very unlikely. Right, Wednesday, this is my deadlift day, and it was a really good one in terms of what I hit, but again, as with the squats, it was not easy. So I put the weight up again, 225 kilos, 496 pounds. So that last bench session was pretty much 300 pounds for sets, and this is pretty much 500 pounds for sets. So things are definitely coming on nicely. Yeah, it wasn't like a massive grind, but it definitely wasn't easy. Deadlift the last few weeks has been feeling really nice and really clean. It's been moving really well. On this occasion, that was not the case. Had a bit of a cut on my hand, which didn't help, but it wasn't great. I mean, here's the first. This moved quite nice, to be fair. I'm pretty happy with this. You see here, speed off the ground's good. That's one thing that's definitely come on a lot. What I'm doing now, whereas before I was getting set up really deep and I was sitting there and make sure everything was kind of contracted and good to go before I started the lift. I think that's good if your strength off the ground is strong. Mine certainly isn't. So now I'm kind of being just a bit more free, and because my technique is now kind of solid, it's kind of ingrained, I feel confident with that. I'm now letting myself be a bit more raw and just kind of try and really yank it off the ground, and it's definitely helping. I've noticed a massive improvement in terms of my speed off the ground. You see there, I mean, it's actually at the top where I'm slowing down now, whereas before, if I was tired, it just wouldn't move from the ground. So that's a huge progression there, and I'm really happy. Yeah, deadlift has come on massively, whereas before, about a month ago, my deadlift and squat were kind of even. My deadlift has now comfortably exceeded my squat in terms of my sets and reps, so that should in theory translate to a single. But yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Deadlift definitely coming on nicely. Accessory work wise, I did some little deficit pause deads as always. 3 sets of 5, 140 kilos, 309 pounds. Going back to the squats, by the way, there was no accessory work there because I was freaking hammered after that. I felt really tired, and I thought it would be stupid to try and do some front squats. Okay, now it is Thursday session, so this is in the middle of my 3 bench press sessions. This is just a nice easy rep/recovery session technically. I say easy, obviously it's hard. I'm going to exhaustion on that 3rd set, but it's not heavy, so it's not in my opinion, I don't feel like it's CNS taxing, so it kind of is in a way a recovery session. Basically, I perform better when I do it. Anyway, the session is 3 sets of 12, with the 3rd set being an AMRAP set. I put the weight up to 105 kilos, 331 pounds. I haven't done this for like 3 weeks because of various reasons, body power, going away, all that kind of stuff. So this is the first week where I've benched 3 times in a while, and it felt pretty good. I was definitely aware of kind of, you know, feeling tired because of the reps. Like, I'm not used to doing, like, I never lift more than 5 reps for anything, so doing 12s is obviously a bit kind of, it's tough in terms of that kind of rep range, but I felt pretty good. I mean, that's the first set. Obviously, you see they're very easy. I had a lot more there, and then on the 3rd set, I think I managed to get, I think I got like 14, so I'll definitely take that. It kind of, yeah, I mean, in terms of endurance not being there, that is obviously a result in the circumstances. Right, Friday, I said at the start, I did not squat. I went to the gym, planned to do a big session, big 5 sets of 3. I warmed up and it just felt horrendous. Everything felt heavy. Like my penultimate 2 singles, it should have been easy, just felt like a grind. And I thought, I was on the cusp of thinking, you know what, I'll do it anyway. But I thought I wanted to be sensible, and I thought it would have been stupid, it would have been counterproductive to try and force myself to squat heavy. So I sacked it off, and I'm going to go for a big week next week. Anyway, Saturday, final bench press day, final session of the week. 5 sets of 3, 145 kilos, 320 pounds, and oh my god, again, what a massive grind. That was the first set. The first set was a grind. I thought there's no chance in a million years of me getting 5 sets, and somehow, miraculously, I summoned my inner Gandalf powers and managed to get all 5. I mean, you'll see here, you saw it at the beginning, the biggest grind of all time, but I got them and I will take it. So, that, my friends, is my training for the week. Next week is my last heavy training week before my competition, so I'm going to try and get some really big sessions in there, some nice big set and rep PRs, then deload, and then it will be competition time. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always, and I will see you tomorrow.